Greetings and welcome to another episode of the Planetary Persuader. I am Kozmic Kev, your host, and this is for the weekend beginning the 28th of July 2017, running all the way through August 4th. So you're probably wondering, what do we got here? Well, this is the deal. We are going to see Venus move out of Gemini into Cancer. We have a moon in Libra right now, and it's going to conjoin Jupiter today. So this is like a kind of a blessed day with moon and Jupiter together. And it's in the nakshatra of Hasta, and it's which in Vedic astrology that would be Virgo, and Jupiter's in Virgo, and Mercury's opposite of Virgo. Jupiter's opposite of Virgo, rather, and but the Jupiter vibe is there. So there's kind of completeness with the intellectual of Mercury and the spiritual of Jupiter. Okay. So, with that said, Western astrology, it's Libra. Western astrology, Sun is no longer in Cancer, it's in Leo. And since Venus has just moved into Cancer in Western astrology, there's more sensitivity. It's in Vedic Gemini, so it's a little more kama, sensuality. And we've got Saturn will get all the way down to like almost 21 degrees by the end of the week, Sagittarius, so still in the retrograde mode. And Uranus is going to go retrograde too on Wednesday. So, I think a lot of times when planets go retrograde, Western astrology, we say we kind of internalize our energy. So, we saw the world as a crazy place, but now we're like looking at ourselves saying, my gosh, I see myself as a crazy person. It's an insane genius waiting to bust out. And although I like the way the Vedics look at it, is any planet that's going retrograde is actually slowing down, so its gaze is more intense on us. I think that's legit. So, without further ado, here we go, sign by sign. Starting with you, Aries, and your horoscope this week, Planetary Persuader. So, greetings, Aries. Welcome to your horoscope. Like I said last week, Mars and the Sun together, it's a good combination. And in the 5th house, it motivates you to be a better teacher, a happier clown. Because, one thing people forget about Mars is that Mars actually brings you happiness. Yeah. And we all want to be happy. I want to be happy. And in the 5th house, there's a playfulness. There's a Shakti. Now, I know North Node is there too. So we have a real desire. You might have a real desire to be a teacher. And that's cool. I think that's legit. But you've got Uranus in the 1st house. And Uranus in the 1st house, Uranus is like a trickster. It tips over the apple cart. Today, for Friday, if you're in a romantic relationship, this could be really good, sweet love, with Jupiter and Moon together. You're working on being healthier with Mercury transiting your 6th house. And I could see you beautifying your house with Venus transiting your 4th house, and trying to get more insights to what makes a good career with Pluto in your 10th house, a career, and just working on your spiritual dues. Yeah. All right. Well, hello Taurus, and welcome to your horoscopes. We have a switch here. I need to switch my shirt too, because I never did. And that's just a no-go. You know, you have a shirt, you're doing a couple of shoots. It's better to always be fresh and have something different, right? Yeah. So I'm pretty in pink, so or salmon, that would be the more appropriate color. So Taurus, anyhow, everything is focused more on your home life. Everything's focused on your ancestors, your parents, and what really qualifies as real happiness. So you're wanting to bring on more real happiness in your life. And that's a good thing, you know. We could use more happy people in this world. And I think now that Venus is in your 3rd house, you're more ready to meet people. You're more ready to socialize. You're more ready to use your creative talents. And that's always a happy thought. Now this moon is in your 6th house today. And it's, we're in a waxing moon period. So energy's building still this week. Building. Because we're going to have a full moon after the next weekend. And that's actually an eclipse, so that's another story. It's not the big eclipse, but it's beginning. We're getting into that vibration time. And so anyhow, we have Neptune in the 11th house, so having spiritual friends, and then Uranus going retrograde in your 12th house. It's like your own feelings of rebellion are bound to come up and hit you this week. Well, hello Gemini, and welcome to your horoscope. So, what is it for you? Well, like I said last week, 3rd house. You know, Leo rules your 3rd house. So this makes you more Gemini-like than ever. And you know, the other thing is that Mars is transiting your 3rd house. Mars really likes the 3rd house. And why is that? 3rd house is about courage. It's also about curiosity. You know, curiosity and courage really go together. I think of like the late Michael Hastings, who probably was offed, because he was an investigative journalist that took incredible risks. He had incredible amounts of courage to bring the truth. It wasn't like going to go press camp, where do we go see the Taliban? He's like, no, I'm going to meet with them for real. And let's get down to what's really going on. It's like, whoa. Crossing some boundaries there. And so, I mean, you've got some of that. You've got a lot of courage. You got a lot of influence on your neighborhood. Now that Venus is in your 2nd house, there's more chances for wanting to spend on luxuries. So you got to be careful with that, or eat too many sweets, because Venus rules sweet stuff. I mean, Venus's Sanskrit name is Sukra, and I mean in Spanish, sucre is sugar, and so you get it, all our languages came out of Sanskrit, and so there's a lot of implications here. And I think the best thing for Gemini is, just take breaks from talking sometimes. Greetings, Cancer. Welcome to your horoscope. Well, the pressure's off. It's no longer Cancer time, except, in Vedic astrology. And that only counts for those of you born after the 15th anyhow. And for you, it's Venus in the 1st house. So it's like welcoming more love in your life. Now the stellium these planets, the Mars and the North Node and Sun, 2nd house. So you're dealing with economic issues. Mars allows you to take action. It can also make you speak your mind too, with really sharp words. So you got to be careful of that. Of course, Mercury transiting your 3rd house, you're very thoughtful. In fact, your mind is working great. You're processing information rapid fire. This moon's in your 4th house on Friday, so, and it's a good feeling moon, so regenerate those good feelings. Honor your mom, you know, honor your parents, honor your father, honor your old people, grandparents. Be aware that relationships are about to go through much transformation, and that you work like an inspiration yourself. There's some wild inspiration in you and a willingness to do some great spiritual things. Well, greetings, Leo. Welcome to your horoscope. I mean, you got guts, you know what I mean? You've got chutzpah, you've got courage. This is your time to shine. I mean, one thing I noticed in astrology is that you generally see people of the sign more when they're born that time of year. It's like their flavor becomes the flavor of the month. So Leo, you're the flavor of the month. And you're empowered by Mars. So Mars in the 1st house, Sun in the 1st house, very direct, seeking truth, getting rid of evil, showing your own executive authority, having a lot of lust, but also having some kind of self-control too. It's what it takes. Mercury in the 2nd house. You got a lot to talk about right now. You got a lot to experience. The moon and Jupiter in the 3rd house. So you have good neighbors right now. There's good friends in your life, good siblings, good energy from them. Venus is in the 12th house. So, I mean, you might enjoy the pleasures of the bed, or that gal in the office might want to stab you in the back to help get your job. That's, you know, that'd be the worst of it. I don't want to say that kind of thing because I don't want to, like, put out the energy towards it, but it's like we live in a real world, people. I'm not going to fake you out, you know. I mean, all of us suffer. That's, you know, one of my, the teacher Sanjay Ross said, you know, this planet is jail. And I'm like, that's what I've always said too. You know, this is like nobody gets sentenced here for being great, you know. I mean, we have karma and there's beautiful things here, but we're here to work on it and try to be better beings, better souls, you know. And Leo is the sign that supposedly brings the soul and brings in more spiritual knowledge to us. So we want to respect that, and we also want to bring about opportunities. So part of it is in our playtime we have to have a container. We have to have discipline. That's what Saturn's saying. And Pluto is like saying in the 6th house, you got to get better health habits. You got to be better yourself. And that is that. All right. We're talking Virgo here, folks. Okay. So greetings, Virgo. Welcome to your horoscope. Yeah, I feel like 12th house transits, they do deserve a caution sign. You know, it's like, okay, it's like a yellow light period. In the famous movie Ahsoka, about the Indian warrior king that united India in language, but also there was some crazy betrayals and a lot of people got butchered in the wars and, you know, crazy stuff. It was really great. There's a great Bollywood movie about it. It's super passionate and super beautiful. But why I thought of him is because one part of the movie, there's astrology. It's like he had like a cousin or half brother that wanted the throne after his dad died, and his mom said, get out of there, get out of here for this year because Jupiter's in your 12th house. So even a good planet, you know, in the 12th house, it was like, you know, go on a retreat. And so for Virgos, it's like go on a vacation, man. Just get out. Especially a spiritual retreat, dealing with being in wilderness or nature, and just allowing that, because that's better than being a part of your own undoing. Sure, you lose a little money, maybe taking the time off or whatever. They're mad at you over work for having a good time. So what? You're going to come back a better person. And you've got the intelligence with Mercury in your 1st house now. So you see things clearly. And do good to your enemies, you know? Try to do nice things to people that even don't like you. Learn about them somehow. Little birds, you know. Little birds will tell you things. And more money coming your way too. I see great blessings here for you. And a more spiritual partnership, more inspiration. Well, hello Libra, welcome to your horoscope. This is such a great Friday for Libra. You know, it's Moon's in Libra, Jupiter's in Libra, it's a Venus day, everything's feeling good. So we want to invoke that goodness in our practice every day. And one thing I learned at Shivananda Vedic Conference is that Venus is the only planet that can raise the dead. I thought, wow, what a concept. And let me tell you something. When Jesus raised Lazarus from the dead, when he heard Lazarus had died, he cried. So, even in Christ, we see this Venetian energy, which is love that can raise the dead. And that's what we want to see. I mean, Leo is a time for heart. Talk about social blessings, good people around you. Libra, you have so much to be thankful for right now. Pay attention to your dreams. You're getting a lot of inspiration right now. It's exciting. And so, just use caution when traveling and move on from there. Well, hello Scorpio, welcome to your horoscope. So Leo time for you is like taking on more of an executive attitude. Saying, yeah, I can run the show, I am capable, and I do need to show my best talents and skills right now. And that right there is going to help. Now Venus is in the 9th house, so this could inspire a long distance relationship. A foreign romance. Ooh. There are so many ways to be. Mars, though, in the 10th house is a good place. Sun in the 10th house is a good place. So shine your talents. And you also have good social connections. Mercury in the 11th is pretty exalted. There's some really smart people that know things. So, I mean, sometimes, Scorpio, I think all the fixed signs are kind of like know-it-alls to some extent. Guilty, whether you're Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, or Leo. And so we kind of have to back up and say, okay, what can I learn to do my thing better? And I see good karma. There will be a moon in Scorpio beginning on Saturday night, late Saturday afternoon, all day Sunday, all day Monday. Yeah, so big doings for Scorpio. So enjoy that and move forward. Well, hello Sagittarius, and welcome to your horoscope. So for you, the deal is we've got to take risk with people we love. And we want to deepen our relationships in every way. It's a great time for travel for you. It's just be practical, be stripped down. It's like the lighter you go, the freer you feel. Like one thing, like people's perceptions of wealth is often, the big castle house and, the expensive car. I think those are but it's like eventually possessions own you. Taking care of all that property, even, worried about your car getting scratched, all that silly little stuff. It's like that begins to own you, and it begins to erode at what real wealth is. Real wealth is happiness. Real wealth comes from the heart. You know this. And Uranus is going to go retrograde in the 5th house. So I see this as like an incubation of creativity for you. Like there's going to be all these great ideas that are going to come to you during this period that are going to inspire you. And keep moving forward. Well, greetings Capricorn, and welcome to your horoscope. So here's the thing. You have insights. But this is Leo time, and Leo's about transformation. 8th house is really like one of the hardest transits to get through. But one thing that I've realized is, the mantra is, it's not your fault. And it's like if you are going to be responsible for other people's stuff, you got to just be honest with them about this is all I can be responsible for. You know, otherwise I'm not going to do this. The other thing, though, that the 8th house is really good about, because it's a house of unjust rewards, is other people giving you stuff. Like sometimes you need somebody to loan you something or something, and I mean, don't do this unless you plan on paying back and you know you can do it. But you can get a lot of help from other people during 8th house periods. And then the unfortunate stuff is, you know, there's sometimes death and losing other people, or, you know, the guy with watching the cartoon wanting to have the soundtrack on. You know, it's all like that. But this weekend is good. You're showing off your beauty. You're showing off your own ability to be better. All right, greetings, Aquarius. So for you, this is a time where you're learning about how to be a better negotiator, and that you really can't be a passive about it. So greetings, Aquarius. I didn't say that. Welcome to your horoscope. Hope so. So be aware of what your passion is. And you kind of like to run cool. Like, don't want to get involved with that. Stay away from that, you know. And like, once again, remember I was saying the fixed all, know-it-all thing. I mean, I guess maybe you're the worst, because your key phrase is I know. I had an Aquarius boss, and he was so funny, because we used to like to quote Bruce from Family Guy and say, oh, you know, he's got a mustache, I know. Yeah, it was like, it's just funny. It's a cute little joke. But, you know, Mercury's in your 8th house. You're more intuitive. This weekend looks great with Moon and Jupiter starting out Friday. Saturn in the 11th house. You meet really good people that are totally real and solid. And you're also, I think, like, this is a time where, like, wearing a crystal or wearing a rosary bead or the mala beads, you know, anything that reminds you of spiritual truth, it's going to help right now. And love yourself, you know, love yourself into being better. Part of it is make yourself as handsome and pretty as you can be. All right. So, okay. Greetings, Pisces. Welcome to your horoscope. We're wrapping things up here rapidly. So we've got the Moon and Jupiter in the 8th house. You are learning that you have to release and let go of things. You can't control everything. And because of that, you're finding happiness in your heart. Because you realize that happiness is not things. And other people are about to bless you. And plus you get great scores at yard sales during this conjunction. And you'll love the Scorpio moon, you know, come Saturday night, Monday, and through Monday. It's gonna, you know, it's gonna rock your world. You still got an ability to make executive decisions. You've got, you know, people going through a lot of changes in your life. You've got a spiritual vision, and this is a time of hard work. You know, 6th house, 12th house, 8th house. Those are the those houses. You know, we go through really rough stuff. But the nice thing about the 6th house is like doing karma yoga, helping other people, charitable causes. I mean, this will uplift your situation. And you've got a lot of deep spiritual activity. Venus is in your 5th house too. I didn't say that. Oh my gosh, this is such a creative time for you. Good time to pay attention to your female children as well, but finding bliss through being creative, just even singing songs, even if they're other people's, it's good. Painting pictures, even if it's a copy of somebody else's work you admire, it's good. It's going to help you. It's going to move you forward, and that's what we're here for, to move each other forward. I've had a really good time with you today, and I'm looking forward to doing this again next week, because next week we've got this big full moon happening, and it's a lunar eclipse. And it happens on Monday the 7th at 11:11 a.m. So that's going to be wild. And I'm also looking forward to hearing from you. So thanks for your comments, and we'll try to get the editorial work better. We'll do this again. Kozmic Kev, Planetary Persuader. See ya.
Citizen Television.